Kart Republic 541. The series is being led by Dmitry Matveev, 209 points to get us schooling off on 188, who cannot be with us this weekend. He literally, and I hate to use that word, he literally cannot be with us here this weekend, but he still does hold second place in the championship, but almost certainly won't keep it because King Nakamura Berta is third on 186 points and Rene Lammers is fourth on 155 points. They are here this weekend. Get us some. We can't wait to see you and all your Russian friends back. Indeed, everyone, all our South American friends, all our Asians, North Americans, South Africans, Australians, New Zealanders. We can't wait to see you back on track when, well, you know when. You know what I mean, you know when. When these I was trying not to say it, when these restrictions are lifted. Hopefully soon. We'll go through the grid for you in just a moment. Kin Nakamura Berta, 541 on pole position. Alongside Rene Lammers, 515 for the Baby Race Driver Academy. There is Keen, fastest lap yesterday, incidentally, in the final for the Chetila racing team. He was really quick. He did make the final today. He starts out a pole position alongside the second generation racer. That is Rene Lammers from the Netherlands. His parents here, of course, his father, Jan, winner of the 1988 Le Mans 24 Hours in that ferocious TWR V12 Jaguar that was topping more than 400 k's an hour down the Mulsanne Straight 3 decades ago. That's Dmitry Matveev, the series leader. He won here yesterday, 501. Last minute instructions from team manager Simone Sorio. He's alongside Adam Hidej, the Hungarian, in the 549 Baby Race Driver Academy Paralin. Dmitry Matveev, the series leader. Behind him immediately on the grid is the third generation racer Maciej Gladic from Poland. Strong Polish contingent as ever here at the restart, the recommencement of life, or racing life at least. Starts alongside Jimmy Le Fantastique du Paris en France. 556, the Vortex powered Tony Kart out of grid number 6. Antonio Apicella also for the Energy team. Apicella Racing 573 on the fourth row of the grid. He's powered by an IAME engine, incidentally. TM's pretty much dominating, although Vortex on the Tony Kart of Jimmy Helias. This is Jindrik Peschel, JP Motorsport from the Czech Republic on grid 8. James Agozzi from Florida in the United States of America. From the other side of the Atlantic, he is racing here today. Just a handful of drivers from North America here. Great to have James on the grid. The Floridian is alongside the Slovenian Mark Kastelic on the fifth row of the grid. That is James from Florida, USA, 570. The Vortex powered Tony Kart. So much success over recent seasons in the Florida Winter Tour, racing SCUSA events in the United States of America. It starts on the fifth row of the grid alongside Kastelic for Chetila Racing, 545. Still a few moments before the start. Marcus Sata, the Norwegian, 520, also in an energy car, being coached along with Dmitry Matveev by the legend that is the four-time world champion Davide Foré here this weekend. Marcus on the sixth row of the grid alongside Francesco Amendola. There's the green flag. Let's check the grid for you. Kin Nakamura Berta from Japan on pole position. He's alongside Rene Lammers in 515 for the Baby Race Driver Academy. The series leader, 501, the Energy. Dmitry Matveev out of 3, alongside Adam Hidej, also for Team Baby Race. Gladic, Helias, Apicella and Peschel. The American James Agozzi and the Slovenian Mark Kastelic. Marcus Sata is alongside Francesco Amendola, Piotr Szaja and Enya Frey. Lictor Lunita Fluxa from Mallorca alongside the Australian Griffin Peebles. Ian Butsar and the Slovenian Alexander Boganovic Jules Caranta, and from Switzerland, north of the border, Kilian Josseron. Len Nice, Nando Weitzelbama, also from north of the other border, that's the Austrian. And it's Giacomo Pedrini for Newman Motorsport, Roberto Castellozzi, Sandro Perez Sanchez on debut in WSK. Riccardo Ferrari, Luca Federico from Ukraine, Kian Fardin, Kieran Tees, and the Brazilian-American Miguel Costa. Alan Truxa, Nick Skulach, Thomas Cancet, and Oliver Schinmark on the final row of the grid. We welcome you to our live coverage of the 60 Mini Final. It's been a brilliant comeback. We have worked so hard. All the team at WSK Promotion, everyone here at Adria International Raceway, thank you for being with us. This is the 10-lap mini final to round out what has been such a successful return back to racing after 135 days since the checkered flag waved at South Garda Karting Lonato. We are back. The WSK Supermasters Series, the final title to be decided in 10 laps time. Matviv, the series leader out of grid 3. King Nakamura from Japan on pole position. We race. And it's a super start from Nakamura. Immediately, Matviv follows him up into second place, mindful of keeping his title well and truly alive, even if it is a hectic opening lap, which we've certainly got at the back of the pack. It is clean, though. They all go through 34 baby carts. 60 Mini here at Adria quite cleanly. King Nakamura leads the way from Matviv. We're looking for Rene Lammers. The Dutch driver has fallen back to 5th place, fighting with Jimmy Helias. Goes side by side with the French driver. Jimmy holds him out. Adam Hidej in the baby race cart. Adam is 5.49, Rene is 5.15. 14 baby race. King Nakamura from Japan pulls away at this early stage of the race. Dmitry Matviv in third. Let's see immediately where this puts the virtual championship. Dmitry would more than take the title comfortably if he finishes there, even a long way further back. Keen moves up into second place, and Maciej Gladic third place. This is the virtual championship I'm speaking of. In the race, it is Nakamura from Matviv and Maciej. James is up into 4th place. I'm sorry, it's a Gozzi, not Helias. James is the top Tony kart. Apicella and Sata, so we've got three energy karts right there in the top 6. Matviv in 2nd, Apicella in 5, Sata in 6. But the race being led by the Chetila Racing Kart Republic of King Nakamura Berta. Matviv the Moscovite in 2nd place. I'll get that right. Of course, Matviv is from Siberia, Novosibirsk. Well, somewhere near Moscow. He is Russian, and he's looking at taking the title as he closes in on the back of the Japanese driver. Matviv, this will be his last year in the 60 Mini category before he moves up into OK Junior in the not too distant future. King Nakamura Berta, relatively new entry onto the scene in 60 Mini racing. We've had an incident at the end of turn number 1 between Kilian Josseron and Jules Caranta. A local yellow at the end of turn 1. The medical team are there helping the drivers. They are up on their feet though. It's a local yellow only at the moment. And field will go through now. There is just a local yellow. Drivers are okay. They hit the wall just off screen there, but they are okay. Kilian Josseron and Jules Caranta, but they are okay. Local yellow into turn 1. So it is King Nakamura from Matviv and Maciej Gladic. Disappointed not to take the win yesterday was Maciej from pole, and looks behind him. Bit of a distance back to James Agozzi. And it's Apicella. Rene Lammers has fallen back to 6th place. Same thing yesterday in the final. Started up the front, but fell back to finish in 9th. He's back in 6th at the moment. Ahead of Hidej, Kastelic, Marcus Sata, Griffin Peebles. He's made a great start. The Australian now into 10th ahead of Luna Flutza. Flutza, Sharjah, Peschel, Nando, Vaxelbama. In position 15. So as we saw in the heats and the pre-finals, they spread out, pulled away on the opening laps. We're coming up to half race distance. And then the fireworks erupted on the final lap. Let's see what happens now. King Nakamura, remember, he was the fastest driver on the circuit yesterday. His teammate Mark Kastelic is the fastest at the moment with a 55.137. Kastelic in 8th place is lapping 0.2 of a second faster than the leaders, but he's behind Hidej, Lammers, Apicella. And then this battle for the lead, Igozzi in 4th place, defending from the Italian in the energy cart. As King just pulls away ever so slightly from Dmitry Matviev. Down into turn 1. Just repeating, Jules Caranto, Kilian Yosser on, they are okay. In fact, Jules has even continued on, although he is near on half a lap down. After that incident on the opening lap, over the ripple strip goes Dmitry into the lead now from the Japanese driver. Let's see if Nakamura, who was on the podium yesterday, can fight back. Gladic in 3rd place desperately wants to take the victory this afternoon. Remember his countryman Jan Sharovsky, who's still 8th in the series, does not race here this afternoon. Didn't start the pre-final, so was out of the final even early this morning. The top pole, Maciej Gladic in the Paralin. It's the energy now that leads. Dmitry Matviev took the victory yesterday. Looking to go 2 in a row. Can he emulate Nikita Bedrin, who achieved that feat in OK? Simo Puhaka, who achieved that feat in KZ. Well, we have our 3rd double winner of the weekend. This double header, this return to racing for WSK Promotion. It's been a really good week. It's been a long week. It's been hard. Yes, we've been tense. We've been a little bit nervous, but everything has gone off perfectly. We've adhered to the protocol as King goes down and takes the lead back from Dmitry. It's been a successful turn to racing. The same weekend as F1, of course, roars back into life as Maciej moves into 2nd place. And don't forget, we will see you next week at Circuito Internazionale Napoli, Sarno, for the first round of the WSK Euro Series. 3 laps now remaining. King retakes the lead. Maciej in 2nd. Maciej dives down the inside. The pole goes position 1. What a move by Maciej. Can he take the victory this afternoon? There is Apicella in the 2nd energy card in position 4. Leading Agozzi, Lammers, Kastelic, Hidej, Sata, and still in position 10. It's the Australian. I should know how to say that word correctly. It's the Aussie, Griffin Peebles. Maciej leaves the door open. Dmitry does not need to be asked twice. It was a sedate opening 6 laps. Now this race is on. Look at Agozzi. What a move by the American. Rounds up 2 of them around the outside into the chicane to go through into 2nd place. King Nakamura simply thinks, where did that come from? But takes him back on the entry into turn 1. Dmitry still leads. Agozzi, he was in 3rd, he was in 2nd, he's now back to 4th. Maciej led briefly a few moments ago, now struggling to stay on the podium. James locks up. He'll be vulnerable on the exit in 4th place. Here comes Apicella, and Lammers fights his way back into it as well, along with the Slovenian Mark Kastelic. It will be the last lap next time round, and the leaders have pulled away. Dmitry Matveev, Ken Nakamura Berta, side by side. Down through the chicane, the Japanese driver from the Russian. Across the line they come. We've had a brilliant week here at Adria, but this is the final 1.3 kilometres of racing. Keen leads from Dmitry. Dmitry will more than comfortably take the title. Nakamura on the podium yesterday, but wants the win. Look behind Apicella. Agotzi Gladic is still in third place. Nakamura from Japan wants to take the win. The English-born Slovakian Japanese driver, what a mix for the Chetila Racing Kart Republic team. Goes defensive, turns in as he's looking behind him to see the 501 energy. Will White line it, turns right. Watch Matveev try and round him up. He turns in on the exit, jumps out of the seat, down through the chicane. One opportunity, leaves the door open, gets the run. It's the boy from the land of the rising sun. Ken Nakamura Berta takes a fabulous win. Dmitry across the line in second place. And with that, Matveev is the Super Masters Series champion for 2020. Gladic on the podium. In third place, the American James just misses out by 0.5 of a second. After briefly running in second place, Ken Nakamura Berta on the podium yesterday, but he's gone better. He's taken the win. What a race, and what a deserved victor is Ken Nakamura Berta. Dmitry Matveev, 0.04 seconds behind, but it matters little because as you look to the right of your screen, he has taken out the virtual championship by, I can't do the maths, let's say near on 100 points, 349 to 266. Gladic in third place in the race. Gladic in third place in the series on 197 points this afternoon. Bad luck to Get Some Schooling off watching on live from his home in Russia, who couldn't be here this afternoon. Does still take fourth in the series on 188 from Rene Lammers on 170. Ken Nakamura Berta takes the win for Japan. Matveev in second place, and with that the title. Maciej Gladic third in the race and third in the championship as well. Stay with us on WSK.IT, the final podium presentation for 60 Mini in just a moment. The podium presentation for the 60 Mini final here this afternoon. As ever, it was a brilliant race. In third place from Poland for the Paralympic team, Maciej Gladic. Another great drive for Team Energy, 501 from Russia in second place, Dmitry Matveev. On the podium yesterday, but he's gone better today. He takes the victory in 60 Mini from the land of the rising sun for team driver Chetila Racing. The winner, Ken Nakamura Berta. In third place, Maciej Gladic, Dmitry Matveev, and the winner of the 60 Mini final, Ken Nakamura Berta. The national anthem of Japan. From the land of the rising sun for team driver Chetila Racing, the winner, Ken Nakamura Berta. podium for the 60 mini final here this afternoon, the final race of what has been a brilliant week turn, a brilliant comeback to racing here this afternoon. The boys lift the trophy. Thanks, boys, and we will now proceed with, in just a moment's time, the podium for the championship for 60 mini as well. Thanks, Mache, Dimitri, and Keen. Don't forget, next week we are live on WSK.it as ever for the first round of the WSK Euro Series from Circuito Internazionale Napoli. Most of the teams packing up as we speak, ready for the trip down to the south of Italy tonight and tomorrow. And we will be live next week, the first round, the 2020 series. So now we proceed with the podium for the championship of the 2020 WSK Supermaster Series. From Poland in third place on 197 points, Maciej Gladic. Second in the 2020 championship after that victory a few moments ago on 266 points. From Japan, Kin Nakamura Berta. Welcome to the top step of the podium, the 60 mini champion, the WSK Supermaster Series for 2020. From Russia, Dmitry Matviev. Maciej Gladic in third place, Kin Nakamura, Berta in second, and the champion of the 2020 WSK Supermaster Series from Russia, Dmitry Matviev. We are back, quite simply. The sun is shining, the worst is past. Look at this podium. Let's be positive. Let's look to the future. On behalf of all the team WSK Promotion, everyone here at Adria International Raceway, we thank you so much for your company. We will be back next week, the first round of the WSK Euro Series. See you next week at Napoli. Ciao.